we've been using state in our components. Click a button, the number goes up, and the UI updates. Everything just works, and it all feels instant and straightforward. But under the hood, React goes through a few important steps before anything changes on the screen. So in this lesson, let's break down exactly how state updates work in React. This will also give you a high-level understanding of why React stays fast even as your application grows with hundreds of components. I want to leave the existing counter component as it is and create a new one called simple counter. So in the source folder, create a new file, simplecounter.jsx. Define and export a component. Export const simpleCounter is equal to an arrow function. We'll import useState from React at the top. So import useState within curly braces from React and define a state variable called count with an initial value of 0 and a setter function setCount. For the JSX, we will return a div tag with an h2 where we render the count value and a button. The button text will be increment, and on click of the button, we call setCount, passing in count plus 1. This will increment the count by 1. Finally, log a message to the console when the component is rendered. Console log simple counter component rendered. Now import and invoke this component in the app component. At the top, import simple counter from /simpleCounter. We will comment out the rest of the components and invoke simple counter. If we save the file and head to the browser, refresh, we see the log statement simple counter component rendered when the page loads. This is our component running for the very first time, the initial render. Now, when we click the increment button, we see simple counter component rendered appears again and our count updates to 1. So React is rerunning the component. That is a re-render. But you will be surprised to learn that calling setCount doesn't directly change what's on the screen. Updating the UI is actually a 3-phase process. We have the trigger phase, the render phase, and the commit phase. Let me explain what each phase does. The first phase is the trigger phase. This happens the moment you call a state setter function like setCount. You're not updating the UI yet. You're simply telling React, this component needs to update. React will then put that component into a list of components that need to be rerun. Next comes the render phase. This is when React calls your component function again. So this highlighted code is rerun, which is why we see simple counter component rendered for the second time. React is literally rerunning the function to figure out which parts of the UI, if any, need to be updated. But please note that rerunning the function doesn't immediately change what's on screen. That happens in the final commit phase. In the commit phase, React takes the changes it calculated during the render phase and applies them to the DOM. If your h2 used to say count:0 and now says count:1, React updates just that text node. Everything else on the page stays exactly the same. This is why React is fast. Even though we run entire component functions, React updates the real DOM only where something actually changed. So the complete flow for our simple counter component looks like this. First, you call setCount, passing in count plus 1. React marks your component as needing an update. Then, React calls your component function again. Your function returns new JSX with the updated count. React compares this render with the previous one and figures out what changed. Finally, React updates only what changed in the actual DOM. Alright, if this is clear, let me show something that might surprise you. I will update the code to move the inline click handler to a separate function called handleClick. Const handleClick is equal to an arrow function where we call setCount, passing in count plus 1. And we pass handleClick to onClick. I will then log the count value before and after calling count. So within handle click, before set count, console log, before set count, count is the value of count, copy and paste it after set count, and change the text. After set count, count is the value count. Now, if we save this file, head back to the browser, refresh, clear the console. What do you think will be logged when we click the button? Let's try it out. Click increment. Before set count, count is 0. After set count, count is 0, but the UI shows 1. Why does the state update appear in the UI but not in our logs? Let's find out next.